Hey, we're just chilling right here, man. I'm chilling right here. Give me hell yeah one time. Oh yeah! Here comes our
Ready?
May 19th. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. It is May 19th. You're correct. It is
May
2013.
One of the most hottest hidden safeties in the league.
It's one of the most raw days.
If you're still watching us, what's up?
I like you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Extreme Rules Review. So
we're hopped up on sugar right now.
Oh, I'm not. I didn't eat nothing. I'm a champ.
No, I'm hopped up on
Which
sugar.
would sneak across your television screen.
Yep, we're gonna sneak across your laptop.
Your minds.
Yep. We're gonna
into
steal
your minds.
all of your bank information. That's what you get for watching us.
Yep, we're in your minds right now.
In your minds. In Inception. We're inside their mind, inside their mind.
Yeah, your mind's like.
Yep. Speaking of mind inside minds, the first match of the night.
Chris Jericho, Y2J versus Fandango. We both picked Chris Jericho in this match.
We did.
Because why?
Because we thought this had to go on more, and you can't have Fandango win twice in a row and have it be viable.
And because you don't want it, like Fandango's not that character where he can just win and win and win and it's like believable, like Ryback. Like that makes sense.
Yeah.
You have to kind of have ups and downs to where he has to come. Yeah, you can't just have Fandango just beating everybody.
He's on a winning streak.
Yeah, so we were correct. Chris Jericho won this match. I really liked it. It was a good opener.
Oh yeah. Got the crowd going.
At first it was kind of like, but then once they started going, it started flowing. It was good. They were breaking out of walls. Fandango hit some leg drops. It was pretty cool. He had a lot of like flying kicks and stuff.
Yeah.
The end ended up coming where he jumped off of the top rope and Jericho caught him with a code breaker. It was nasty. It was awesome. 1, 2, 3. Chris Jericho wins. It'll be interesting to see how much longer he sticks around before he. I don't know if he's going out with Fozzy anytime soon, but I can't see him sticking around for too much longer. Maybe he'll stick around until SummerSlam, but that's a couple months. I don't see that happening, but we'll see. We shall see.
You never know with Jericho. You didn't know he was going to come back for this.
You really don't. Yeah, we didn't. Royal Rumble was a good time. And then we had the first match of the Shield. We had Dean Ambrose versus Kofi Kingston for the United States Championship. We both picked Dean Ambrose. We both were cheering hard for Dean Ambrose. This was going to set the tone for pretty much, if he would have lost, you would have thought, okay, Shield's probably going to lose the other match too and look dumb, and it would have been a bad time. But this match wasn't like, I'm not going to rave over it just because Dean Ambrose was in it. It was good. Like, he did some cool stuff. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be, but I've really never seen Dean Ambrose, so I was just going off what everyone's always said, and I was like, oh, he's a beast. So it wasn't like I didn't leave going,
yeah,
but it was good. I mean, it's better than most Kofi Kingston matches that I remember.
It got the crowd to pop. It got us
the
to pop.
Crowd was excited. We were excited.
He's still figuring out. He's still running through the kinks.
Yeah. You're not gonna just roll in there and all of a sudden be like, I'm perfect.
Yeah,
you gotta figure it out. It's a different thing. But he did good. It was a good match. He did fine.
Who's next? Is it Kofi again at Payback?
Yeah, because he gets his rematch. Unless it's Kofi tomorrow on Raw, hopefully, because I'd rather see Dean Ambrose versus
a lot of other people.
Anyone else. I think Dean Ambrose versus The Miz would be kind of a cool feud.
That would be.
I can see that. There's a couple guys. There's guys not Kofi Kingston, but I'm sure we have to get it eventually. We have to get it sooner than later, so hopefully just tomorrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dean Ambrose won. He came out from the crowd and then with the other two, and then they left because they had to go prep for their match. It's logical. It makes sense. And he ended up winning. I don't know if they ever have said what his finish was called yet.
I haven't had a cool name with it yet.
Yeah, it's the boom. It looks like it hurts. Yeah. Like it looks painful.
Mm-hmm.
So Dean Ambrose won. He's the U.S. champion.
And they celebrated in the ring.
Yeah, the other two members celebrated in the ring. It was awesome. So we had that. That was the first thing. Then we got our third match was Sheamus versus Mark Henry. This is the only match we picked differently of the entire thing. Which I got out of all of them because it's in front of the host. But I know why you picked Mark Henry and it made sense. But I knew it was. I knew. I said in the review, I want Mark Henry to win. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
You said this makes no sense. This makes no sense, and I said that's why Sheamus is going to win. And I stuck with that, and Sheamus got the win.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know. It's kind of hard to have a really good strap match because it's hard to do a lot of moves because you can't really go anywhere, and it's even when you grab enough of it to hit him, it doesn't look like it's too devastating because it's not a whole lot of strap. Like it just looks weird. But there was a couple. I mean, there's a couple cool things where it's like, oh, okay, that was pretty cool. He's throwing him around, doing all this fun stuff. But they obviously hinted at touching the things all the time. There was one point where Mark Henry was carrying Sheamus, and he didn't notice that Sheamus was hitting the things along with him. Other than that, there wasn't a whole lot of times where this was really. There wasn't a whole lot of like, oh my gosh, who's gonna get it moments. Yeah. It was just.
It's just tough to do in a strap match.
Yeah, I get it. It's just a weird situation. But Sheamus ends up hitting the 3. Mark Henry standing right in his way. Bro kick. And he just leaps and touches it. So Sheamus gets all 4 corners. He wins. Thy strap match. Yeah, like I said, we weren't really expecting much of it, so it's not I wasn't too offended that it wasn't the best because I didn't expect a strap match between Sheamus and Mark Henry to be all that good. I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I didn't go into it thinking this is gonna suck, but I didn't expect anything. Like I had a good time watching it. I was like, oh, get that roll, blah blah. It was fine. I had nothing against it. I'll tell you something I definitely was not against. The Shield versus Kane and Daniel Bryan for the tag belts.
One of the most hottest matches of all.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. There was a lot. It was a tornado, which was so much better because the Shield is based on. And it's a lot more exciting than normal tag matches because the only excitement in normal tag matches is, oh my gosh, no one's tagged Cena for 30 minutes. Oh, he's in!
Oh yeah.
This one they can just go at it forever, and it's like the style that the Shield is like comfortable with. It's just.
And I like the finishes more than the hot tag finish. The hot tag clear out all
obvious.
That stuff.
Like you can build towards a more like
it's
shocking.
It's actually hot tag, clear out, dip.
Mm-hmm.
Other person has done dip, finish.
Yeah.
Every time.
So luckily, you couldn't predict what was going to happen because there's stuff going on all the time. There was a couple times I thought the Shield was going to lose. Daniel Bryan had him in a label lock and no one was around, but then they ended up making the save. Kane was hitting choke slams. There wasn't really any sign of a breakup between Team Hell No. Like they threw Kane into Daniel Bryan once, but it wasn't like the kind of thing where Daniel Bryan was like, "Why'd you run into me?" It was just he just got thrown into him, so it wasn't like Daniel Bryan looked at him like, "Why are you running into me?"
But at the same time, the Shield ends up winning very decisively.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
With like a torture rack ish.
Yeah, it was nice.
Roman Reigns hold, springboard knee. It was fantastic, and it made the Shield look good. And it kind of gives Hell No one of those things where they say, "No, we had a good run.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're better off going on our own."
Yeah, sometimes you just get hit with a torture rack knee to the dome. Like that just happens sometimes. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah. So they win. Did Ambrose come out?
He came out sober afterwards.
Yeah, okay. He didn't come out with them, but I didn't remember if he came out afterwards. But yeah, so he came out afterwards, just like we said, and we hoped they had all 3 of the golds. And
which
the best thing,
awesome stuff.
Yeah, it really does.
Outsiders with the belt leads to so many different things you can do.
Exactly, and they kept saying, "This is just the tip of the iceberg." I said, "You bet your ass it is." So we got what we wanted out of the Shield things. We needed the Shield leaving with belts. We got the Shield leaving with belts.
Oh, yeah.
Rick belts. And then we got the I Quit match between Alberto Rio and Jack Swagger. I was not into this match until they talked shit on the Cardinals. I heard to hear it from upstairs. The Caribbean Cardinals. I said, "Hey." So I was a big Del Rio guy tonight because Coulter doesn't say things like that.
I think I said I quit before either of the other guys did.
Yeah, Jake was sleeping a lot of the time, which I was into this. But then you were sleeping through the last 3 a lot of the time.
I was just laying down.
Okay.
I didn't miss anything.
Oh, okay, good.
This one I was laying down. And I think I was on Twitter the first half.
Yeah, well, this match is. Yeah,
it was. I mean,
this isn't a match that you have to pay all your attention to.
You could hear it.
My only problem was they asked them every 2 seconds.
Yeah,
that's the only problem I have with this. I was fine with this match. They did some cool stuff. The only problem I had is after every move, you quit. No, I just got punched, man. It's fine. Like that's the only problem I had is like, okay, he's not gonna quit. He just got like suplexed. Like they get suplexed 7 times in a normal match.
Yeah.
But other than that, I was fine with it. It ended up Ricardo was like, "Should I throw in the towel?" And WWE was like, "No, you don't throw nothing in here." And Zeb Coulter stole it and threw it in. But the ref said, Mike Chioda's like, "Wait, did you throw this in? And he calls for the match. Another ref comes out. I feel like this was a shot at the NBA because they went to replay, looked at it once, and then they were done. They didn't look at it for 45 minutes. But they look at the replay and they see that clearly it was Zeb Coulter that threw it in. So they said if Del Rio can continue, they'll restart the match. They did. Swagger went right after him and went straight after the leg that was injuring. But he ended up getting the cross arm breaker. And Swagger lasted for a little bit, but then he said, I quit because of the arm breaker, which makes sense because these aren't two guys where you figured it was going to be like he threw him off like some big thing and then he quit. Like you knew it was going to end in submission, one of the two. It wasn't like Cena Batista I quit match sort of thing. So we knew what we were going to get. So Del Rio won. He will face Dolph Ziggler probably at Payback, maybe sooner, but I'm guessing that's what it was for, was Payback. That would make the most sense. So I don't know how I feel about Del Rio in general, so I don't know how I feel about Dolph Del Rio.
This didn't really do, even though he won, it didn't really do anything to build anything that they haven't been trying to force on our throats for so long.
Yeah, I don't like Del Rio any more than I did.
We asked for like some different sort of like anything, some character thing. Del Rio's the only thing that's different from him and the typical build up the underdog face is he's Mexican. And that can't be enough.
I'm Mexicano.
So he was a heel. He was rich Mexican. Whereas like I don't know, what's his ups and downs, what's his flaws, what's his weaknesses and stuff. You don't know. He's just kind of there. So that's,
I'm not a big Del Rio guy in the least.
I don't really dislike him.
In the least.
I mean, if he was on like the start of the show, I wouldn't be like, oh, okay, yeah, you know. I'm not saying fire him, but I kind of have the same opinion of him as he gives other people in his character development, or whoever is doing that. He's just kind of there, and until he gets something, he's just gonna be something.
Yeah, I don't think he knows what his end goal is because they don't know what his end goal is. So he's just out there doing whatever they tell him. Yeah, then we get to the final three matches, which I was proud of because everything I wanted to happen happened, even to the fact of we'll get to that match after this one. But we got Randy Orton versus Big Show in Extreme Rules match. Randy Orton in his hometown got that hometown pop one time, and they said woo, and he said posing. This was like the first pay-per-view match in general in a long time that I was excited for a Randy Orton match. You guys know I used to love the guy with all stuff. When you don't give me anything and you put him with Sheamus so many times, he's kind of lost its thing. He was back on his own. He was against a guy I really don't like. All things were going in his favor for me to have a good time with Randy Orton again. And I did. Because he was psycho Randy Orton again. He was asking for the crowd. And they said, oh yeah, and the crowd said, and he was running around. He was hitting DDTs. He had kendo stick. Big Show kept breaking all the kendo sticks because it was either SmackDown or Raw where he's like, I don't need weapons. I got weapons attached to my arms. And all that stuff. So every time Orton would get a kendo stick, Big Show would break it, all that fun stuff. I guess the big spot was when they put two chairs and a ladder across it, and Big Show went to do like I don't know what the technical move called. Swagger bomb. I don't know what the real thing's called. Yeah, whatever. And he goes, Orton moves, he cracks it, of course, that's a big moment. But the shocker was Orton hits an RKO, but Big Show saw it coming. He called for it. That's the key. You have to hit it out of nowhere. This was directly out of his eyesight. Hit it, Big Show kicks out, 1, 2, kick out. And I said, no one does that. No. So then, I don't remember if Big Show ever really got ahead again, but I know Orton ended up hitting another RKO before he pinned him. Or no, I don't even. How did he get him down before he. Was it an RKO? He didn't pin him?
It was another RKO, and he rolled to the corner.
Yeah.
And then he just looked at him and he just goes.
And the crowd's like, RKO! And everyone says, no. Hey, shh, guys. And the crowd's like, oh, okay, punt! They're cheering for the punt. We haven't seen the punt in a hot minute. We haven't even hinted at the punt in a hot minute. He backs up, and I'm thinking, there's no way he's going to hit it. Because he never hits it.
They hit at the punt, and his match with Cody Rhodes like a month and a half.
Yeah, it's the heel turn.
Yeah, and that's when he said, I want to freaking pump people in the head again. Good. And the first person to do was Big Show. Props
to, and thank the Lord it was a Big Show. It was a good one. He kicks him, hits the punt, and he doesn't, Randy Orton doesn't just go for the pin. He goes, and Then he pins him, and it's still enough time because his punt is devastating. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton wins a pay-per-view match for the first time in whatever. Good for Randy Orton. He beat the Big Show, and he looked like a badass doing it, which helped because he was in his hometown. So, if the crowd's cheering like crazy, you look like a bigger deal. So it just helps from all angles.
Oh, yeah.
So I was pumped there.
Big Show went hard.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he sold a lot of stuff.
He did.
Pretty. You can tell he has a little bit of RKO fan in his heart.
No, he loves the Viper. They're buddies in the office.
Yeah, there has to be some guys backstage who are kind of sitting there watching all these other people get some sort of like push. They're just like, why not Randy? Randy gets a reaction no matter where they're at.
I know. I don't know.
And it's not like they do anything for him to get this reaction. He's still getting stuff off 3 years ago.
I know. It's like the same thing with same thing with Jericho. Mm-hmm. That's why I wish guys like Cena would understand. Jericho hasn't won. Well, he won tonight, but I mean like there's no.
I guess Sheamus too.
Yeah,
Sheamus gets something.
Yeah. I mean, he hasn't done. They don't win all the time. Like,
yeah.
So you just got to realize it's not all it's about. Like, you got to do other stuff to get people to like you. It's not just he wins. I like him all the time. That's fun. So then didn't main event the card. I didn't think it would, but then I was like maybe, but it didn't.
I thought they announced it wasn't going to a little while back.
Oh well, all the commercials were Brock and Triple H, and let's be real, what's a bigger draw? It's freaking Brock Lesnar. Like if you see that name, people reckon, okay, that's the UFC. Let's watch that.
Passed my dad's test. Who's fighting? Brock Triple H. Oh, Brock's fighting. No, I might tune in on this.
Telling you, Brock Lesnar. It's just a thing. But this one was John Cena versus Ryback. Last man standing. Wanted Ryback to win. Knew he wasn't going to, but it happens. This one started off like,
I was gonna say this, but a bunch of people didn't know it was fake. And I was gonna say it's gonna be one of those LOL Cena win things.
Yeah.
Because Ryback was just throttling.
Yeah, for the first
10
minutes, he was just going after it. Yeah, 7 to 10 minutes. It was just Ryback rules. And I was like, okay, this is cool, but I couldn't get into it because I've seen it too many times. But then once they broke out and they were in the crowd and they were back here and he's breaking Pepsi signs, I was like, okay. I started getting into it more. I was like, okay, this is some stuff that actually looks like devastating. It's not just like, I'm going to hit my finisher in the middle of the ring and you're going to stay down for 10 seconds because that makes sense. So once they got out more and they started doing more stuff, I started getting a lot more into it because it's like, okay, Cena climbing up the freaking crowd and jumping off the thing through a table. And then, yeah, like I said, Ryback's breaking parts of the sign and hitting him with stuff. And then they ended up going over to, and then I thought Cena was going to win because of the freaking fire extinguisher or some stupid crap. And I was like, please don't win by spraying him and he just can't see and he doesn't get up. That didn't happen. They go over, it looks like Cena's going to attitude him off the stage like he's done to other people, through the stage, off this, whatever, Batista, all that kind of stuff. Brock Lesnar. Could have been Brock Lesnar. Ryback counters, runs him through the freaking stage thing. There's sparks, ka-cha, ka-cha. And they just bust through, and my boy, little Nate, just like, hey.
What do I do?
So he runs around, and they get cameras back there, and they're both totally out, whatever. Cena's laying all stupid, and Ryback's on the ground.
No man standing.
Yeah, no man standing, which is, we both kind of said, wouldn't be surprised if, because we said, this is one of those matches where it's like, I don't see how, I don't think they want to make either guy look like they can't get up.
Yeah.
That's what we said in the preview. So we said, we both picked Cena, but at the same time, we were like, well, I wouldn't be surprised if, because they don't want to, be definitive, like, oh, Cena's the bomb, beat Ryback, or Ryback beats Cena. Well, we knew that was going to happen, but same thing the other way. So this way, they just both are knocked out. They went through the thing. It was a cool spot. It's like, you're like, oh, okay, that makes logical sense. That would probably suck. You probably couldn't get up. And then, Ryback's just like, they helped Ryback stand up, and he's chilling. Cena's getting neck braces, and they're wrapping him up on a board, and he goes. He's on a stretcher, which apparently we found out on the post-show. He was fine. No.
He walked away.
No guns, no killing. I can't go in the ambulance.
No guns.
No killing. Dark Knight, man. Cena's the Dark Knight. He gets off, and he's like, that's totally fine, man. I was not even hurt, actually. I was walking off. So John Cena lives to fight another day. Thank the heavens. And John Cena didn't win clean, so I was very happy. Then we get the main event, which, figured. The steel cage match between Triple H and Brock Lesnar. This is hard. I think I like this better than Well, of course I like WrestleMania because Triple H didn't win. But
I like SummerSlam more.
yeah, I like this one a lot. There was, I think I like this a lot because SummerSlam, I was never scared. I knew Brock Lesnar was gonna win. He won. There was never a moment where I was like, oh no, he's gonna. There was a lot of moments, and that's probably because in my mind I was like, well, he's already won at WrestleMania before. What's gonna stop him again? He's Triple H. To where the first one I was like, it's Brock Lesnar. They're not gonna have him lose 2 in a row. So this one I enjoyed a lot more because there was so many moments of doubt. Like, oh crap, Brock Lesnar's knee's hurt. He has him in a figure 4. He can't get to the ropes. Oh, he has him in a sharpshooter. Oh, he found a sledgehammer. Oh, he hit him with a pedigree. Oh, Triple H is just gonna walk out. So there was so many times where I was like, shit, to where it made it a bigger deal when Brock Lesnar finally won. To where again at SummerSlam I was like, I knew he was gonna win. And then at WrestleMania, obviously Triple H won, so it was stupid. But yeah, but that was like the whole thing. The whole time was Brock's knee. He's like, oh, my knee, Paul, my knee. And they have him bring in the chair, and then Triple H has a camouflaged silver sledgehammer at the top of the ring. He said, "Look at you, what I got right here. I'm gonna hit him with it."
You ain't hell yeah.
Oh man, but all those the piss my pants, I'm about to freak out, break the TV moment of the night is when Paul Heyman comes in to help break up the sharpshooter, and Triple H sees him, breaks the hold, pedigrees Paul Heyman. Brock Lesnar gets up, ready to attack an unsuspecting Triple H. Oh no, Triple H counters into a pedigree, which I thought was going to end the match, and that would have been a problem. That would have been a problem. But luckily, Brock Lesnar kicked out. He ends up hitting him with the sledgehammer, which I thought was going to end it because, symbolic. But he said, no, let me pick this dude up and hit him with an F5 one time. Uno, dos, tres. So Brock Lesnar got the win. I was pumped. And we got remnants. Not a full-on Triple H praise session.
Oh, gosh, it's coming tomorrow.
But they were close.
That's coming tomorrow.
They hinted at it. It was like Triple H is still in the ring. Triple H is still in the ring. Luckily, they actually showed they would cut from that to Brock Lesnar celebrating, and then he's at the top of the ramp. It wasn't just, but I was scared. We thought it was coming. It was one of those things where we thought it was just gonna be. He fought so hard.
That's what I think he was going for. People weren't.
Yeah, people did not care. I don't think he realized people like Brock Lesnar.
Oh, no more people like Brock Lesnar, man.
I don't understand.
He sold out the company.
I don't understand. Oh yeah, Brock. The only thing I love more than this company is my ego. What do you love? Brock was like, I don't shit.
I like my farm.
Yeah, exactly. I really don't think, and you said this the other day, I don't think Triple H gets it through his head that people do like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, this match, this match was more than just Brock getting a paycheck, which was good.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, there was so many moments Triple H is just trying to get this crazy pop, and it just didn't happen.
It just doesn't happen.
And you can tell it kind of just weighs on him a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, you can see he has those delusions where he thinks every pop's a huge one.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
And it's we knew this match was going. We knew exactly where we get in this match. Now it was a slugfest, and finishes of all these false.
There actually wasn't that many false finishes.
There wasn't as many false.
Well, I'm cool with false finishes. I know you don't like false finishes.
I don't like when they spam finishers or the Ryback match where everything was a 9 count. I thought that was kind of excessive.
Mm.
But this one, I'm glad it wasn't 8 pedigrees and 7 F5s. It was like, oh, he has a hurt knee and he's in this right now. Oh, he's got him real quick with the sledgehammer. Oh man.
Mm.
It was enough to where you think maybe oh god, and not like. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I had a couple of those.
Yeah.
Because it's Triple H. Because I wouldn't be put it past Triple H to win via a freaking knee to the face. My knee is so devastating. I beat Brock Lesnar with it.
The most dangerous knee in sports entertainment.
Yeah, the most electrifying knee in all of entertainment. Yeah.
It ends it where it needs to end.
Oh, this isn't over.
It's over.
Oh, this is not over.
It's over.
Were you not listening to the post show?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
There's no way this is the end of it.
It's over.
No, I promise you. I'll bet you anything you want. This is not the last match.
Next review is Payback.
I will bet you anything. If you listen to the post show, I don't want to break this to you, but they tell the people in the post show what to say. So the fact that they just kept saying Triple H isn't going to go out like that. Where is this going to go from here? Oh, this isn't the end. Triple H is not going to go down like that. Triple H has to find someone, Shawn Michaels, to get in his corner to equal out Paul Heyman. That's all they kept saying for the first 20 minutes of the post show. This is not over.
I hate when you're right.
This is not over. I want it to be over, trust me. But this is not over.
You know, you're right.
Yeah, the post show.
Next pay-per-view is Payback.
Payback. It means hell.
Yeah.
Especially if Punk doesn't come back, they have to run. Yeah, they're going to have to run it out a fourth time.
But is his ego really big enough to think he's going to walk into Chicago against Brock Lesnar as the face?
It's one of those things where you'd think not. But then again, I think back to some of the other. Did he really think he was a big enough face to cut 30 minutes promos in a suit to kick off Raw?
He's doing it tomorrow.
Ah, damn it. You're right.
Yeah. What's happening tomorrow? They're gonna roll that out.
They're gonna roll out Triple H promo, Cena concern.
Oh god.
Triple H gonna trap. He's gonna challenge Brock.
This pay-per-view was very well worth it. This next one though, they are playing with fire.
Yeah, Payback.
You don't go into Chicago and roll three guys that Chicago's not all that fond with.
Yeah.
And Brock Lesnar and hope that it just goes over fine.
Yeah, because it's gonna be Cena Ryback again, you would imagine. So it's gonna be Brock Lesnar triple, not for sure, but I mean, I'm sure it'll happen again. I don't know if it'll happen here again, but it's gonna happen, unfortunately. It's like, did they really think like this is where Triple H is just his head is everywhere. I'm pretty sure when they re-signed Brock, they didn't envision Cena and then 4 with Triple H.
Yeah.
I don't think their planning was no.
Pay for the appearance?
We'll bring Brock back. He's gonna lose Cena. Then we're gonna have him fight Hunter 4 times in a row. We're not gonna have him work with anybody else. It's Hunter 4 times. It's gonna be the feud of a generation.
Yeah,
I don't think that's what was going through their head when they brought back Brock Lesnar.
I don't get that one. But at the same time, there's no one to keep that dude in check back there. Vince isn't gonna say no to that.
No, he's not.
Okay,
guys, we gotta.
And Brock's wants to get paycheck.
Yeah, Brock's just like whatever. Brock doesn't care. He's not back there pitching storyline.
Yeah, he'll go out there.
You're gonna lose, Brock. Okay.
But he doesn't. He's not back there.
Yeah, he'll work his ass off, whatever they tell him to do, but he doesn't care what they tell him to do.
So I think, in terms of having a solid pay-per-view tonight, they did it.
But yeah, the next one, they
are
in some trouble.
They are hoping that they can put the right guys against the Shield.
Yeah, because that would definitely help.
Yeah.
It's like last year when the whole card was shit, but but a lot of people were excited that we got to see CM Punk, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
I think that was over the limit.
That was over the limit. Yeah.
But yeah, so it was like, oh, okay, that's at least something to be. And then it kind of like. I feel like they knew, like, oh, everyone's gonna bitch about this card because it sucks. Let's throw something they really like in there.
Do you think we get Cesaro versus Ambrose for U.S. title then?
I don't know.
It's
heel, and Ambrose and Cesaro just got done with it, and he's probably moving on somewhere.
I think are they really heels though? The Shield.
Well, yeah, they're supposed to be.
Right.
Is Cena really a face? No, but he's face.
We're going to Chicago. I mean.
Well, yeah, they're the boys. Well, yeah, but they're gonna cheer both of them. Chicago. We can't have two heels against each other.
They cheered both of them over the limit last year.
Who? Well, that was in Chicago though.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Chicago, I'm saying you can't just roll the homies out.
That's true.
And be like, hey,
you gotta do something to sell the card.
We don't like you guys.
This one they sold it, and then they end up overselling with the Ryback Cena thing. But
I liked the ending to it.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
Just because, yeah, it was like...
Oh, no, it had to be,
Yeah, it was just to the point where it was like, oh, now we're going to have it again and again and again.
Yeah, the draw had to happen, but the way that they did it was awesome.
Are any of these matches going to be remnants of Sheamus Del Rio 5 pay-per-views in a row? Triple H and Brock.
That one might be it.
9 times a charm, Brock. I know you're up 7-2.
Kofi's
this time,
and the Hell No is on their last leg.
Yeah, so maybe
the only one's possibly Hell No.
Sheamus, Mark Henry.
No, because Sheamus kind of won definitively.
Yeah. So did Sheamus against Del Rio all those times. And they just kept coming with it. Orton got suspended, and they said, shit, we're in a lot of trouble. Jericho went away. Orton left. And they're like, well.
They just kept going until they got the reaction they wanted.
Here you go.
We want you guys to cheer Sheamus. Go.
Fine. If we cheer him, will you not do this again? Yeah. Oh, fine. Yeah.
All right.
That's I think we're on the same wavelength right now of our feelings about this. Is like, this was a good time tonight, but the way it all is, they are in a lot of trouble for the next one.
They're gonna have to go into
think mode for the first time in a while.
They have to book this right, or else.
Because think about it. But that's kind of the bad part of the road to WrestleMania is you got TLC that books itself, just throw some guys in matches. The Royal Rumble books itself. Elimination Chamber just books itself. WrestleMania is obviously you don't have to think. Yeah, you don't have to think. You're just like, oh, that's a big guy, big guy. Extreme Rules. Okay, it's the Backlash from WrestleMania, and we put stipulations. Now they're like, oh shit, now we have to start some new stuff.
Find a way to sell it, because Money in the Bank will sell itself.
Yeah, Money in the Bank will sell itself, like it always does.
And then you build that, use that to
SummerSlam. Yeah, exactly. But
and then they fuck around.
But this one, they have one in between before it gets to the part, because there's that lull, that 1 month lull before you get into now it's like Money in the Bank leads into SummerSlam. And then from there to Survivor Series is rough.
And let's not forget, last year's main event of Over the Limit
was John Laurinaitis versus John Cena.
Yeah. So I don't. They're gonna give us Dean Ambrose versus someone good.
I hope so.
Jericho? I mean, Jericho just lost.
A returning CM Punk. Calm down, LeBron. Calm down.
Don't say that.
But yeah, so that was Extreme Rules. Let us know if you're on the same wavelength with us.
Cool with the Ziggler one, because there's Ziggler Del Rio.
Yeah, Ziggler Del Rio is not going to be a good time. But then again, they usually have, well, at least in the past, they still kind of do stipulations for Over the Limit. But I mean, this pay-per-view. So we'll see if they do it with this one, because
Triple H Brock Iron Man match.
Oh,
a long time limit.
We're going over the limit. We're gonna go for 90 minutes just to prove a point to that. But yeah, like I said, let us know if you guys are kind of on the same wavelength where I enjoy this. I'm not going to complain. Cena didn't win clean. Brock won. Ambrose won. The Shield won. There's not much. I'm not complaining about one of these matches, because the matches that people I didn't want to win won. I knew it was going to happen. Sheamus and Del Rio, if you prepare for it, you don't complain. Everything else, I was cool with.
Agree with you there.
So, but if you're on the same wavelength of we're screwed going into June, let us know. Yeah.
If you guys, if there's people out there who's like, you guys are just doing this. When you're driving towards a cliff, sometimes you gotta try to turn or do something else. I think we have to go with Thelma and Louise mode.
Yeah,
we're going off this cliff. Payback's gonna suck.
Yeah.
And that's not gonna be anyone's fault but theirs.
Yep.
But let's all enjoy it while it lasts.
Yeah, let's just sit through it and hope they don't screw up Money in the Bank. Yeah. Just go into every year go into the June pay-per-view thinking it's capital punishment. Every time. Just think about that. Just remember those promos, remember that card. Just pretend it's not called Payback and it's called Capital Punishment, and look forward to it as much as you should as such.
Capital Punishment was pretty
No, it was Capital Punishment is the running joke of everything. Ever.
Oh geez. You remember R-Truth hit Cena with that water bottle 2 years ago?
Yeah. See,
but there was a positive in that. We got CM Punk Ray, right?
Yeah.
And then Punk won, and that kind of set up Punk to do
something. The only good thing about Capital Punishment was that CM Punk said that he was going to make an announcement, and that announcement ended up leading to that. So that was the only good thing.
And then last year, Over the Limit had Punk Bryan, and that's carried us through to Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, let's hope. No, we're not hoping. We've already said we're not hoping, because your hopes up. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you guys need to go with my philosophy. You wonder why I'm never pissed off? I prepared myself for things. Huh. And then when it happened, I'm like, oh, okay.
We knew this pay-per-view was going to be solid, because you can't mess up Extreme Rules.
Oh, they could have if Triple H would have won with a freaking sharpshooter.
Even then, we could have rationalized a little bit.
If Triple H made Brock Lesnar tap out to a sharpshooter,
4 out of 10.
He did a worse sharpshooter than The Rock, you guys.
I was going to make that joke, but it was too in the moment.
No, it's not a joke.
In the moment, I thought you were probably going to turn over and kill me.
No,
I would have said, "Hey, Rocky trying to do that sharpshooter right there."
Yeah, because I was entirely too pissed.
Yeah,
Telling you guys.
Playing with fire, man.
Yeah. But that's the only thing they could have done to ruin it. Or if Cena would have just destroyed Ryback in like 3 minutes. But yeah, that's all. So we will see you guys tomorrow on Raw. Let us know what you thought down below. Everyone was not looking forward to this, so I want to see if you guys, if it was better than you expected, or everyone's probably still going to complain. They'll still find something. Surprise. But our only complaint is that Payback's going to suck, and that has nothing to do with this. So there you go. So again, let us know.
The Raws could be.
Yeah, we'll know tomorrow. We'll
tomorrow.
We'll let you know tomorrow.
Because they could save it with Punk. They could even save it with, in my opinion, RVD or Jomo, because it's something.
Don't say his name.
Jomo?
No, I love Jomo. Jomo.
See, that's why I said Jomo for you or RVD for me. One of us is gonna be happy, or both happy. Oh, hold on.
I just want to bring that back.
Now listen.
No, not yet. We can't bring that back because if he comes back, we have to do it incredibly. So we don't want to ruin it without it actually happening. Oh, it was so much fun. That's what got us through our early Triple Show SmackDown reviews.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, we'll let you know tomorrow on our Raw review if we feel like they've made any strides towards anything. But for now, subscribe, like this video. Again, leave your comments below. We will see you tomorrow, ladies.
And hey, if you watch this far thing.
Oh yeah.
We're not going to say a word, but you have to respond with who you think who should face Wade Barrett for the IC Championship.
Or Dean Ambrose for the U.S. title. Both of them.
Hey, let's do both. Fuck it.
Just put. No, it'll be funny because if then all of a sudden everyone starts typing the same answers, we'll know that those people just think that's what they're supposed to say.
Yeah.
So say your guy in IC and then your guy in US. Just
or actually, don't even say IC or US.
Yeah, just say two guys' names.
Just say two guys' names.
And we'll figure it out.
The first one's IC, second
Wade
one's
Barrett
US.
for who do you want to fight? Wade Barrett, Dean Ambrose. / Let's go, guys. Get it for America.
America.